I just want to show you some more weasel words from the media, how they try and cover for these people by making it seem like if you believe that they could possibly be involved in something like child trafficking or being with underage children or whatever, that's all just a conspiracy theory. We have this article here from International Business Times talking about Hunter Biden's leaked photos sparks a conspiracy theory. So this is a loaded phrase, weasel words, conspiracy theory. Immediately makes you think negatively of the article. And they follow it up quickly with 4chan users claim. If you can read this right here, and 99% of the people are going to immediately discount this, right? Just reading that headline and that byline right there. And look at when this article was put out, October 27th. That's interesting. We'll get back to that in a moment. I just want to scroll down though, and you can see one of the images that were leaked on the website has now fueled a wild conspiracy theory, pushing Biden's ties to a child trafficking ring. It's now a wild conspiracy theory. Upon further investigation, users found that the area is famous for its underground railroad tunnels and underwater passageways to Canada through Lake Ontario, which were used to transport slaves during the Civil War and used to smuggle rum into the U.S. from Canada by famous mafia-affiliated bootleggers. So you're talking about for 100 years, these tunnels have been used for criminal purposes. And I'm not saying that the Underground Railroad, I'm talking about the mafia-affiliated bootleggers. Okay? So, and then if you want to include the Underground Railroad, for 150 years, they've been used for some sort of purpose that the general public did not know about, or to keep things secret. Okay? Okay. So there's, of course, photos of Hunter Biden with young girls and all this stuff, and all these texts that show that there's definitely something going on. But again, they want to make this a conspiracy theory. They don't want you to think that there's any sort of connection. They don't want you believing that there's any sort of connection between rich people in the Finger Lakes and any sort of sex trafficking or anything that's not on the up and up. So let's look at this article right here. Upstate New York cult NXIVM suspends operations after sex trafficking arrests. Upstate New York, you say? No kidding. Where are the Finger Lakes? Upstate New York? No kidding. Well, let's learn about the NXIVM cult. What is the NXIVM cult? There's something going on with sex slaves, trafficking, and some sort of self-help kind of group, I guess it was. But there's this one girl, she was 15 years old when she got recruited into this group, and a virgin when she was raped. Not this girl. This is actress Allison Mack here. So here is one of these rich and famous jackasses, right? And she's in this cult. You want to know who else is involved with this cult? Now, who else is involved in the NXIVM cult? Claire Bronfman, who is the Seagram's liquor fortune heir, worth billions of dollars. So she was involved in this sex trafficking cult and funding them, giving them money. Now, Seagram's has a connection to the Finger Lakes via bootlegging from her father, or maybe grandfather, I'm sorry, Samuel Bronfman. He ran the bootlegging operation from Canada that was so expansive that Lake Erie became sardonically referred to as the Jewish Lake. He was the Jewish owner of Seagram's. I'm not making some sort of racist thing up here. This is from the Jewish press, right? This is not like from Stormfront or anything like that. So here you have this connection in between Samuel Bronfman, bootlegging, paying a sex cult, and the Finger Lakes. So is this really so hard to believe that this wouldn't be a well-known secret amongst the elite, as they like to call themselves, that live around this area? This is why this story's getting pushed down. This is why this shit is being censored, because they're all fucking in on it, man. It's like George Carlin said, it's all a big club and you ain't in it. They all fucking know. They're all in it. Every one of them. Once you hit a certain dollar level, you're in. And you know about all the other shady shit that the others do. And if you ever try to open your mouth, they'll shut you the fuck up. Ask those Canadian billionaires that got offed in their house last year. So what does any of this have to do with Hunter Biden? Well, Hunter Biden's mom was born in the Finger Lakes. Nelia Biden. And this was Joe Biden's first wife. And she died under a little bit of sketchy circumstances in a car crash where she pulled out in front of a giant truck. Hunter and his brother Beau lived. Nelia Biden and their young baby daughter Naomi were killed. So maybe do you think Nelia Biden had some sort of idea about what was happening in the Finger Lakes? Maybe she didn't want her poor little daughter Naomi to be involved in this. Maybe she didn't want any of her children to be involved in this. Maybe she tried to stop all this before it started. That's complete conjecture on my part. A complete allegation, so don't take it as truth or that I'm saying this. It's just something to think about. Something very interesting to think about in my opinion. And I want to go back to the NXIVM cult here for a moment. Let me show you this. NXIVM cult leader sentenced to 120 years in prison. What day did this come out? Oh, this was October 27th, 2020. Wait, what was the date of this Hunter Biden article saying that it was a conspiracy theory to connect him with the Finger Lakes? October 27th, 2020 at 1826, so that's 6:30. This story came out at 5 p.m. So you're telling me an hour and a half later? You're telling me an hour and a half after this story comes out about the NXIVM cult leader sentenced to 120 years in prison, they come out with a Hunter Biden story, basically downplaying and telling you that's a conspiracy theory, that he might be connected with some sort of upstate New York underage sex trafficking ring, right? They think you are stupid. Well, keep spreading this truth. You got to tell people about this because this shit is real, man. And it is everywhere. We are infested. And we got to get rid of this.